All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, man, we get a double bit of good news in one day out of Gervonta Tank Davis. According to Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Steven Espinoza, the fight is done. Now, let's get into that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, man, really good news, good news, good news. And more than just regular good news is I don't have to retract the video that I did. Can't tell you how happy I am about that, but let me explain exactly what I mean. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter like my man, I gotta give you the shout out again. John Bowie, one of the biggest supporters you could ever ask for. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you to Cherry Schmoot, Lone Star Steph, all you guys for your support in the super chats, the cash apps, and in the super thanks, like Mr. Super Thanks himself, Mr. Pragmatic. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let's get into this. Okay, so apparently the fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is done. They made this fight for, I believe the time is going to be April of 2023. Now, before I get into the details of that, because both of these guys have posted it and Steven Espinoza's posted it, I also have to put a little thing out here that, again, like I said, it's also good news because I do not have to retract the video that I did earlier today where I said that I'd heard that he would be fighting Isaac Cruz on January. That he would be fighting Isaac Cruz on January 7th, because I was like, man, when I heard this, I was like, man, does that mean he's not fighting on January 7th? Man, I just did a video about that. But there was clarification on that when Gervonta Davis tweeted out, I will be back in the ring January 7th. Stay tuned for more details. After that, it's me and Ryan, signed, sealed, delivered, done deal. So just so you know, before you get to typing about my last video, he's still fighting on January 7th, but I will say, not 100% sure if it's going to be the rematch with Isaac Cruz or not. However, that would be a great lead into this fight with Ryan Garcia and himself. Now, as far as this fight taking place, what it means, first of all, you guys can get up off of Showtime. You can get up off the PBC about these guys not trying to make fights, okay? Because it seems like they are absolutely positively showing out as it relates to that, okay? So you have fights coming up in December. You have fights coming up in January. You have guys like Jaron Ennis. You have Gervonta Davis twice. You have, and twice early in the year. You have Errol Spence Jr. with a date coming up. Maybe, hopefully it'll be also Keith Thurman. You have them with an IBF championship with Ponce and Matias. There's a lot of really good fights going on over there with the PBC. So hopefully it can just kind of put a thumb in the dike of all of these people acting like that these guys are going broke and they're not doing anything. Because actually, man, they had a really good first half of the year last year, this year, and it just got slowed down, I do believe, with that Terrence Crawford negotiation. But it seems like they're moving on well, and we can be getting some real good weekends of fights in the year of 2023. So that is really, really good news. Now, as far as what Ryan Garcia said, he says, I'm really pumped that this fight is finally take place. I want it more than anything right now. I've put in the work. I'm in the prime of my career, and I know it's going to be the biggest fight in the world. The legacy starts today. Gervonta Davis said something to the effect of, bring in the Brinks truck, because this is going to be the biggest fight in boxing. Now, is it going to be the biggest fight in boxing? It very well may be. Got to tell you, very, very well may be. But it also, the terms of this agreement are going to be very interesting. So there's a whole lot of information that we may be able to get over the next bit of time to determine, what was going on with that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. But the reason why I say this fight might actually be one of the biggest fights in boxing is because, Gervonta is obviously a big draw, and in that he sells out arenas in every place that he goes. He also was a big pay-per-view, does good pay-per-view numbers every time he's out on pay-per-view. You also have Ryan Garcia, who does 13,000 tickets sold, and I do believe that was in California. But a guy that also sells a lot of tickets. He has a big, a lot of, casual boxing fans interested in him because the way that they perceive he looks, I suppose. But whatever the case is, you have a Mexican fan base, you have a Black American fan base, and you have both knockout guys. Unlike a lot of guys at lightweight, in the lightweight division, who I would say are the best guys in lightweight, along with Gervonta Davis, they're not really big knockout guys. Devin Haney's not a big knockout guy. He's not, putting on, you're not going there and knowing for sure somebody's going to go to sleep. Same thing with Shakur Stevenson. Same thing with Vasily Lomachenko. But in Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, you really have, this fight's not going to go the distance. Right? It is Ryan Garcia is not going to go out there and outbox Gervonta Davis for 12 rounds more than likely. He's going to be looking to land that big left hook. Gervonta Davis is going to be trying to walk him down, trying to get on the inside of him and land something that is going to hurt. Ryan. But it's also an intriguing matchup, I think, because of the fact that Ryan Garcia is so tall and he's a bigger guy than Gervonta Davis is, where Gervonta Davis is kind of diminutive, right? And also, Ryan Garcia has something that can keep Gervonta Davis honest, right? Because he has something like I said, he has a real big shot, a big left hand. Now, does he have a big right hand? Probably, I can't really say so much. However, he does have good hand speed, but at the same time, he's kind of fundamentally flawed in the fact that he has his chin up so much. But, definitely a big fight. Definitely something where, Gervonta Davis is taking a considerable amount of risk with Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia is taking a big risk with Gervonta Davis. So my hat goes off to both of them. And also, hat got to go off to Oscar De La Hoya, because obviously Oscar De La Hoya must have backed off something. They must have worked out some type of agreement to get Oscar De La Hoya to do something I never thought Oscar De La Hoya would do, which is agree to have one of his fighters get out there with the PBC. So happy to see that I'm wrong about that. Also, again, this is most definitely something that is done, because you have an official announcement from ESPN, from Steven Espinoza of Showtime. So that it is not just these guys talking, right? Now, I'd actually originally did a video about it where I was like, okay, here comes Ryan and Gervonta talking about it again. Yeah, okay, sure. But once I see that these guys said that, that's what's up. And the clarification, again, from Gervonta Davis said, I'll be back in the ring January 7th. Stay tuned for more details. After that, it's me and Ryan, signed, sealed, and delivered. Done deal. So, hey, man, I'm excited because now it's not just myth. And also, way to show up these dudes in the welterweight division, specifically one of them, that didn't want to go for the gusto and get the big fight done. Whole lot of conversations we're going to have about that one. But anyway, it is what it is. With that, just let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.